Steph Curry or Magic Johnson? With his quick triggers and limitless range, Curry has proven to be one of the most unique and dominant offensive forces the league has ever seen. However, when stacking his resume against Lakers legend Magic Johnson, many still consider Magic the greatest point guard in NBA history given his 5 championships, 3 MVPs, and 12 All-Star nods over just 13 seasons. But does Steph Curry's legendary shooting and ball handling truly outshine the court vision and leadership of Lakers legend Magic Johnson? Let's take a detailed look at their careers to find out. We'll examine Magic's achievements, Steph's shooting revolution, their two-way impact, how they compare across eras, and who has the edge as the greatest point guard ever. With so many factors to weigh, this legendary debate deserves a deep dive. But before we continue, we would like you guys to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon so you do not miss out on any amazing and entertaining content. First, Magic Johnson's resume is nothing short of dazzling. In just 13 seasons, he won 5 NBA championships and 3 Finals MVPs while leading the Showtime Lakers. Magic also took home 3 regular season MVP awards while making the All-NBA First Team 9 times and racking up 12 All-Star appearances. For a 6'9" point guard, his career averages of 19.5 points, 11.2 assists, and 7.2 rebounds per game speak to his versatility and all-around brilliance. Magic could thread pinpoint full-court passes in transition, artfully running the fast break like no other floor general. In the half-court, he used his size and strength to dominate smaller defenders in the post. His exuberant smile and joyful play energized his teammates and made basketball fun for fans across the league. Simply put, Magic Johnson delivered a complete skill set unlike anything the game had seen before from a player at his position. The statistics back up Magic's genius as a passer and orchestrator of the Showtime offense. He leads all point guards in career assists per game, both in the regular season, 11.2, and playoffs at 12.3. Magic's 138 regular season triple-doubles rank 3rd all-time behind Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook. But Magic's 30 career playoff triple-doubles remain an NBA record, showcasing his versatility when it mattered most. Though not an elite outside shooter, especially early in his career, Magic was still extremely efficient thanks to his shot selection and craftiness around the rim. His career 61% true shooting percentage borders on remarkable given his role initiating the offense each possession down the floor. For perspective, fellow legends like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Larry Bird fell short of a 60% true shooting mark for their careers. In short, Magic Johnson mastered the triple-double and made it a defining stat for the point guard position. His all-around brilliance and flair made him one of the most complete and charismatic players NBA fans had ever seen. While Magic Johnson is considered the greatest passer and floor general ever, most agree Steph Curry is undoubtedly the greatest shooter of all time. His lightning-quick release, unlimited range, and ability to sink shots off the dribble have single-handedly reshaped the way basketball is played. Steph's shooting talents have proven he is one of the most unique and dominant offensive forces the league has ever seen. The numbers illustrate just how historic Curry's shooting has been. He already owns the career record for three-pointers made in both the regular season, 3,101 and counting, and playoffs at 470. Curry has led the league in made three-pointers for 7 seasons, including an astonishing 402 threes in 2015-16. His 64.6% career true shooting percentage in the regular season borders on video game efficiency. To put it in perspective, Curry has shot 43.3% from 3 for his career on over 8 attempts per game. No other high-volume shooter comes close to that blistering efficiency. The counting stats don't tell Curry's whole story either. He has played nearly 3 fewer minutes per game over his career compared to Magic, lowering his per-game numbers. But when adjusted per 100 possessions, Curry clearly generates more points than Johnson did. Considering the paralyzing threat posed by his shooting range and off-ball movement, Curry gets the slight edge over Magic in terms of offensive impact. While we've established Magic Johnson's brilliance orchestrating the Showtime offense, his defense was always lagging behind his other skills. At 6'9", he lacked the lateral quickness to stay in front of smaller and quicker point guards. Without elite athleticism or a tenacious defensive mentality, Magic struggled to make a major impact on that end of the court. He relied heavily on his length, veteran savvy, and high basketball IQ to read passing lanes and generate steals. In fact, Magic led the league in steals per game twice in his career, which makes his defense seem better on paper than it was. But similar players like Allen Iverson also racked up steals by gambling and jumping into passing lanes. Unlike Michael Jordan or Gary Payton, Magic wasn't dedicating energy to lock down opponents each night. Put simply, Magic was a clear negative on defense relative to other elite players of that era. In today's space and pace era, he would be even more vulnerable on that end. Steph Curry also used to be a liability on defense early in his career. His smaller stature made him easy to target by offenses seeking a mismatch. But Curry has put in the work to transform from a poor defender to an asset on that end as he's aged. Adding strength and muscle has allowed him to better stick with stronger, bigger offensive players when switched in the pick and roll. His increased effort and focus on making the right reads have helped Curry become one of the better defensive guards in the league. The 2022 NBA Finals provided evidence of his defensive development. The Celtics relentlessly targeted Steph nearly every possession, trying to wear him down mentally and physically. But whether it was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown isolating him, or Al Horford and Marcus Smart trying to overpower him in the post, Curry held his own. The stats show Boston scored only .79 points per chance on possessions when they attacked Curry one-on-one. His improved strength, mobility, and determination allowed him to outperform expectations. While Curry won't be joining any all-defensive teams, he has transformed into an above-average defender for his position. So, in terms of two-way impact, Curry now clearly holds the advantage over Magic based on their respective skills on defense. He will never reach a Gary Payton or Michael Jordan level, but Curry's hard work has paid off on that end. When comparing all-time great players across different eras, there are invariably challenges. The rules of each era, roster construction, playing style, training methods, and overall talent pool vary greatly across decades of NBA history. Successfully projecting how a Legends game would translate across eras is an inexact science at best. But most agree today's NBA athletes are generally bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled basketball players compared to their historical counterparts. A prime Steph Curry would likely dominate in any previous era thanks to his combination of shooting range, ball handling creativity, and tireless off-ball movement. His constant motion would leave slower defenders from the 80s and 90s exhausted and dizzy, allowing him cleaner looks than ever. One can only imagine the trouble Curry's quick-trigger three-point shooting would give those older defenses, designed to pack the paint and protect the rim. He would run literal circles around players unaccustomed to guarding that far beyond the arc. Just watching the highlights of Magic's 42-point Game 6 in the 1980 Finals shows how much slower and less athletic players were back then. In that contest, Magic got numerous easy transition buckets and open jumpers against the plodding Sixers. Now imagine prime Steph time traveled back to play in that game. With room to operate, he could have dropped 60+ points while pulling up from 30 feet without any resistance. The vastly inferior athleticism and shooting ability of previous eras would make Curry close to unstoppable. On the other hand, Magic Johnson relied more on pace, size, and vision as a nearly 7-foot point guard to overpower defenses. That unique physical advantage would be far less pronounced in today's game against lengthy, skilled defenders. And without a consistent perimeter jumper, Magic could be treated like a Ben Simmons on offense. Defenses would dare him to shoot, going under screens and sagging off him to take away driving lanes. Compared to Curry's limitless shooting range, Magic's lack of shooting versatility could be a real liability against modern defenses. Of course, in any era, Magic would still thrive thanks to his playmaking IQ, transition brilliance, and leadership gravitas. But all things equal, Curry's modern skills seem better suited to translate across any era. Given his revolutionary shooting skills and often underrated playmaking, does Steph Curry now have a real case as the greatest point guard ever? From a pure basketball talent and skill set perspective, most would agree Curry likely gets the slight nod over Magic Johnson. But Magic still holds the advantage in terms of resume, accolades, and historical legacy. Despite his shorter career cut short by HIV, Magic was able to accomplish more than Curry has to this point. He catalyzed the Lakers dynasty, winning 5 championships in 12 seasons. His 3 MVPs are the most ever for a point guard, reinforcing his individual dominance. Magic dazzled fans with his fast break artistry, in-the-moment flair, and charisma on the court. His Showtime Lakers helped bring immense popularity back to the NBA in the 1980s after a down period for the league. Simply put, Magic accomplished more at his peak and left a greater mark on basketball history in a shorter window of time. Steph Curry certainly has more seasons left to catch or even surpass Magic in career accolades. He could collect more championships, MVP awards, and all NBA/All-Star selections before he retires. But even if Curry hung it up today at age 34, his status as the greatest shooter ever and the driving force behind a basketball revolution is already cemented. His lightning-quick trigger and unlimited range have influenced a generation of young players, and his loyalty and leadership helped establish one of the NBA's great dynasties. While Magic Johnson still owns the edge in overall resume and legacy for now, Steph Curry's magical talents make him the most dominant point guard ever from a pure skills perspective. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the debate of the greatest point guard of all time. Who do you believe deserves the title of the greatest point guard in basketball history? Is it Magic Johnson with his unparalleled court vision and leadership, or is it Steph Curry with his revolutionary shooting and ball handling? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.